Hello, everyone, and welcome to the latest eToro update. I hope you are all doing well. It's just gone 2 p.m. where we are, but I want you all to guess exactly where that is. And for bonus points, tell us the three biggest companies in that country. I will reveal all shortly. I'm joined by our co-founder and CEO, Yoni Assia. Yoni, how you doing?
Very good, very good. Great to be here at. I'm not
Yeah,
supposed to
not
say.
saying,
Okay.
not saying just yet. Also, let us know where you're all logging in from. I always find it fascinating to see where you are all joining us from. And also, thank you so much to everyone who sent questions in. We will answer a few at the end of it all, but you will all get answered by either the account manager or someone else. So thank you so much for sending those in. We've checked all of those prior to this webinar. Do take a moment as well just to check over the disclaimer, and do remember the content that will be discussed is intended for information and educational purposes only and should not be considered investment advice or investment recommendations. Now, for the agenda, we'll have the business update with Yoni. We've also got João Carlos here, where we'll discuss harnessing AI. And then, as I mentioned, we've got the Q&A as well. But for those bonus points, we are in Munich, Germany, and the three biggest companies are SAP, Siemens, and Deutsche Telekom. Well done for everyone who guessed that right. Yoni, let's get into it. Let's talk about the business update.
Thank you very much, and very excited to have the first Premium Diamond webinar post going public. It's been an amazing last 6 months, very big milestone for eToro, for me personally as well, bringing our vision to reality. We've always wanted to basically open the markets for everyone to trade and invest in a simple and transparent way. We're seeing that vision manifesting now to a large reality, and as you'll see very soon, with more and more tools, more capabilities in eToro to help all of our customers to become more successful and better investors. We've hit record assets under administration. It's great to see 77% year-over-year growth, with our assets reaching about $20 billion. We now have 3.7 million funded brokerage accounts across the globe. Always excited for me to meet also our Diamond clients in our Diamond events here in Munich. Actually meeting them here at the hotel just after this, and later on in the Oktoberfest tent. We've had also a tremendous business over the past 12 months. This is till the end of June, trailing 12 months of $846 million of net revenues and $314 million of EBITDA profitability, and we keep on growing and launching more products. We have a very strong balance sheet now post IPO. As you can see here, our balance sheet grew from about $1 billion at the end of last year to $1.6 billion post the IPO and post, of course, the first 6 months of profitability. We've been innovating, constantly bringing technology to our clients since 2007, from social trading that now has progressed to our pro investor program with 4,000 investors on the path of becoming professional certified investors in our program, to being one of the first companies adding crypto to the platform in 2013, and very excited about what AI is bringing now to the table, the combination of digital assets, of new types of assets launching on the platform, which we'll talk about later on, together with AI that can actually help people analyze everything that's happening in the market that Joao will talk about later on. An amazing milestone, listing eToro, where now eToro clients can trade eToro stock on the eToro platform. An amazing milestone, and also an amazing process of getting the company listed. We were actually the first company in history where my father listed his company, Magic Software, on NASDAQ about 30 years ago, and 30 years after, it was the first time that a father and sons are actually listing on the exchange. A very, very exciting journey and process. I'll tell you a bit about it. We've met 180 investors that represent more than $30 trillion in assets that they manage. A lot of different types of investors, from BlackRock, the $12 trillion asset manager, who's also our partner, who's our anchor investors, to many of the top hedge funds in the world, like Millennium, Point72, and others, to many of the trillion-dollar asset managers that participated in the IPO. Quite interesting to see the process itself, with the banks traveling across the US to meet those large investors, and also learning about how they manage investors. And interestingly, what I've learned is that the largest investors in the world that we met are actually not very different from the investors that we know in eToro, from whether it's our pro investors or how we manage the smart portfolios in our chief investment office. So it was quite interesting to see all of the different strategies, how they make decisions, and how also they create that FOMO in an IPO to reach what was roughly a 20 times oversubscribed book in the IPO itself. Today, we have over 120 smart portfolios, a lot of them now being managed with AI. So looking at all of the data that we have in eToro, using an AI to actually optimize and manage those portfolios, including some of the new strategies that include actually long-short strategies, which is something that I've learned from the hedge funds that I met during the IPO process in New York. Our popular investors are now 4,000 and are becoming more and more professional as part of our eToro Professional Investor Program, where we actually help them get certified as professional investors. Recently launched now the eToro Money Card across Europe, together with a 4% cashback, and seeing significant scale up in eTorians who now use eToro also to spend money. We've scaled down to actually 150 crypto assets and continue on our path to add more and more crypto features, and continuously, and I'll talk about that later on, adding more and more stock exchanges, where we aim to eventually enable all the stocks from all of the exchanges worldwide to be tradable on the eToro platform. We continue to build the business worldwide, with obviously now post IPO also scaling up our US business, launching more crypto assets and launching CopyTrader later this year in the US, as well as staking that was recently launched. We've just recently activated also our Singapore license and are excited about the continued growth of eToro in Singapore, alongside, of course, our home markets in Europe, UK, Australia, and Abu Dhabi. With me here, of course, Sam, but we continue to invest in amazing talent in our analysts who cover basically the markets across the globe. We always believe in the combination of using technology and, of course, human talent that can use that technology to find out what's interesting, what's happening in the markets, to provide the right insights to all of our customers from across the globe, and really covering all of the different exchanges across the globe. We're positioned quite uniquely with access to a lot of the local markets, from Australia to the European markets to the UK markets, and will continue to bring those insights. I truly believe, and you can see that in my portfolio on eToro, in diversifying your portfolio while generating double-digit returns. My average portfolio on eToro is 30% plus on average per year. Of course, also some of it granted to crypto, but the basic logic of, again, all of the smart portfolios and the ability to copy top traders from around the world and have access to all of those exchanges, is to find opportunities across the globe using our tools to be able to diversify your portfolio. As we presented in the IPO, there are the 4 pillars of strategic product growth that we're constantly focused on, from the active trading of our customers, whether it's on a now 24/5 trading in stocks, which will continue to expand, the launch of futures, of options that we launched into the UK and plan to expand globally, to longer term investing through CopyTrader, smart portfolios, and the use of AI tools, to now recurring investments as well, which we launched in many of the markets, which enable you to actually create a recurring investment plan, either to an ETF to a stock or now also to copy trader and smart portfolios. We're also expanding into savings on wealth management through the ISA robo-advisor in the UK, through acquisition of Spaceship in Australia, and now also with life insurance in France. And we'll continue to invest in expanding our savings, which enable our customers now to trade, invest, save, and spend together with eToro Money, the local currency account in Europe, UK, which will continue to expand to more markets, and the eToro Visa debit card. Just recently, we launched 24/5 trading. I have to say, I myself was surprised Monday morning when I suddenly clicked on Google and saw that it already transacted. It's very exciting to see it actually is happening faster than I originally expected. We've been exploring this for a while. 24/5 trading is now on 100 stocks. Coming till the end of the year, at least 1,000 stocks of US markets are going to 24/5, and I do believe next year we'll see many more markets both switch to 24/5 as well as eventually going to 24/7 with the concept of tokenized stocks. We'll continue to expand our crypto offering with now more than 100 crypto assets in the US, more than 150 crypto assets globally trading on eToro. We've been very early into crypto. We have very good relationships with a lot of the foundations. For the people who missed a great interview, both with Ripple CEO, with the president of Solana, with Cardano founder Charles Hawkins. So we continue to build relationships with the foundations to bring in the best crypto assets onto the eToro platform, and plan to also launch our ability to trade tokens outside the ecosystem, expanding it from hundreds actually to thousands with our non-custodial wallet that we plan to launch later this year. Excited about launching futures, and a new type of futures that actually is very similar to our oil and gold CFDs, which are spot quoted futures, very similar to what's called perpetuals. These are futures who don't expire monthly and actually also come with lower sums. And again, there's pro and cons for basically futures versus CFDs, but excited to add both of these products on our platform to enable more choice to our customers, alongside enabling also options trading now in the UK, with our plan to expand options trading into more markets later this year and next year. We've launched in the UAE, UK, and Europe our recurring investments, which enables our customers to automate their deposits directly into investments. Very popular, actually started with rising popularity here in Germany, and are seeing this actually trend go beyond a lot of different products. Actually, the most successful product right now as a single product is Bitcoin. We see a lot of customers just deciding to dollar cost average directly into Bitcoin with a lot of programs, and about 60% of the programs are going into single stocks and ETFs. AI is becoming front and center in eToro. We're very focused on our AI first initiative, which means everybody in eToro, all of the 1,500 employees in eToro, are every day using AI. We've been able to significantly improve our ability to deliver more products faster to our customers. And as I'm sure you can see from all of the recent product announcements, and I have no doubt that AI with our technology will enable all of our customers to become significantly better, smarter investors. From the AI-powered alpha portfolios, which actually we started about 3 years ago, building our quant team that actually started from our machine learning team, where we get inspired by US hedge funds, and actually built now, as you'll see later on, the Momentum LS long-short portfolio using AI that looks at all of the data of our users and creates actually strategies that are more market neutral, not completely market neutral, but it actually means when the markets go down, that a specific portfolio will go down significantly less. And as you'll see later on, it actually tracks the performance and overperforms above the S&P 500. Tori, of course, that has been launched to our customers, to all of our club users, that will continue and become smarter and smarter. And again, I have no doubt that with the things that we're releasing now, including the marketplace, which will soon open up for AI APIs, and you're all welcome to ask your account manager to get early access to our AI APIs, will eventually enable every one of our sophisticated customers and our pro investors to actually use those tools to create 24/7 real-time monitoring and management to their portfolio, something I've been looking forward to do since I was about 15. I started with our trading algorithms. Now we're expanding also our neobanking products with eToro Money now also providing a 4% stock back for every time somebody uses the eToro Visa. They get 4% of their favorite stock directly into your portfolio, together with expanding crypto now in Europe and in the UK, which enables our customers to deposit crypto into the eToro wallet, which is, by the way, going to converge very soon into a single app. You'll be able to deposit into the eToro main app your crypto, whether it's stable coins or whether it's Bitcoin and Ethereum, and then convert that into fiat or back into your portfolio, and then trade stocks from directly from your crypto. And we plan, of course, to continue and expand our local currency offering to more currencies across the globe in all of our regulated markets in Europe, in Australia, in Singapore, and more. What's coming next? We're very focused on continuing to expand our futures offering, as well as launching our options trading across the globe. Some of you might have noticed already a new feature on eToro where we're actually expanding significantly the assets that you can actually see on the eToro platform, with basically bringing us from 10,000 stocks to eventually 50 and 100,000 stocks next year, enabling both the ability to view all of the assets in the stock markets across the globe, and eventually being able to access all of the stock markets and all of the stocks on them from across the globe. Continuously, we'll invest in recurring investments, localizing recurring investments, Europe and the UK first, and then of course globally, and very excited about what we're seeing now in the crypto industry in general, of course, with a tailwind coming from a very, very good policy coming from the US, with SEC Chair Paul Atkins talking about all US market going on chain. Basically, a path we started in 2012, starting with colored coins. We wrote with Vitalik talking about the tokenization of assets on chain, is something that we are now seeing coming to fruition, which means we're going to see more digital assets and more type of assets on the eToro platform, and of course trading eventually and transferability of those assets as tokenized assets. Again, the unification, of course, of crypto assets, of securities, and of new types of digital assets that will come to your portfolios in 2026. We were pioneers in the concept of tokenization, but it took a while for basically regulation to get to a point where everybody understands now the benefits of 24/7 transferability, as well as the potential opportunity of 24/7 markets that are opening. We pioneered that in 2019, and then of course with very skeptic regulators during that process, we took a bit of a step back. Excited now to see that regulators are more open towards tokenized stocks and have already issued the first 100 tokenized stocks on the Ethereum network, with the first feature which will come during the next 3 to 6 months is the transferability of shares on the eToro platform, so you can actually gift stocks to other people or transfer shares to other users. And with that, a lot of exciting new opportunities in eToro. And this is a very old picture of you, by the way.
It is. I used to have hair, but
yeah.
yeah. Thank you so much, Yoni. My name is João. I'm a product group lead here at eToro as part of the investment tools group. And today I'm very excited to share with you the advancements in AI that we made inside eToro. Some cool new features to see. But before that, let's see this video.
What if I told you your trading experience was yours to create? Introducing eToro's AI Suite. Make smarter investment decisions with Tori, Alpha Portfolios, and eToro Marketplace. It's not magic. It's the eToro AI Suite.
So as you can see, our marketing team is already harnessing the full power of AI. And here we are. It's no secret that AI is changing the investment game. The world of investing, a big part of it is based on asymmetry of information. And if you think about it historically, the amount of information that, for example, hedge funds had versus the typical retail investor, the gap in knowledge was huge. For example, I remember Yoni talking about seeing the stock prices on the newspapers with his father. That was 30, 40 years ago. Then came the internet. Information was more readily available. You still couldn't process all the information that you had on the internet. And now we're getting to an age where this knowledge gap between hedge funds and retail investors is closing very rapidly because of AI. Because now you can use AI to process almost infinite amount of information and make you a better investor in the process, because you can make more informed investment decisions. And so today I am here to show you 3 tools that we are working on at eToro. One is Tori, your investment companion. The other is a marketplace that allows you to build tools to get insights about your portfolio, or discover new assets, or build tools to make actions for you. And then last but not least, the Alpha Portfolios, which is probably the most investable way to use AI-powered strategies right now. So starting with Tori. Tori is your investment companion. It's not just another ChatGPT or Gemini. It's connected to your portfolio. It's connected to eToro's unique capabilities and asset universe and the Pro Investors program. So Tori is here to enable you to make smarter decisions, to get faster answers to your investment questions, and also to get personalized insights about your portfolio, which is the most mind-blowing part. And so Tori is here to help you discover new assets, because it can discover assets based on some parameters that you might be interested in. Maybe you'd only like technology stocks with high dividend yields or something like that. And Tori is here to help you. Or maybe you only want PIs that invest in a certain consumer goods company. And you can ask which PIs are investing in this or that company, and Tori will find that out for you. Or even ask stuff like, how can I diversify my portfolio copying a pro investor? And Tori is here to help you do all of this. But even if you want to take a step back and just learn about investment in general, you can ask Tori what is technical analysis, what is the relative strength indicator, and you can really use it as your investment companion. And then Tori is already in your apps, but soon it will be much more. It will be a proactive Tori, where it can suggest actions to take for your portfolio, for example, to diversify your portfolio. It can remind you of things. It can show you new assets that you might be interested in, considering your investment habits. And this will all come soon. And now moving on to the eToro Marketplace. This is a very exciting product that eToro will launch, and it's here to harness the power of our community, because the idea of the eToro marketplace is enabling you to build widgets and tools to help you build and manage your portfolio, and also find out new stocks as soon as you want them. And you can then also share these tools with others. And so the idea with the marketplace is really to customize your experience and to give you the tools that you are really interested in.
In a bit of a backstory, actually, you joined us as a popular investor, which actually built an app. And we just did that again now with Mariano. So what we've seen in the past is that actually some of our popular investors have been able to actually build apps that have been useful to other popular investors. We're basically using now the fact that vibe coding has advanced, and vibe coding means that you don't need to be a professional coder and product designer now to actually build an app that connects to eToro APIs. So we've built a layer on top of eToro APIs, and then we are using third-party systems to actually create vibe coding. So you can actually define, I want to see basically a dashboard where I look only at dividend stocks, and then I want to create also a strategy that invests in dividend stocks with a 24/7 AI agent that continuously looks at the market. So it's the ability to connect to many data points, very easily define this with natural language to actually build the app, and that app can then trade directly in your account. And the marketplace is the place where you can actually offer that to other customers as well. So we want to, for the benefit of customers, not only now to be copy trader, but actually more tools, more apps, more automated investment strategies, really bringing eToro to all of the eTorians, eventually many, many more professional tools to be able to manage and diversify your portfolio.
Exactly. So thank you, Yoni, and it's exactly it. So when we joined eToro 3 years ago, we joined as an acquisition because Philippe and I developed a tool called Bullsheet at the time that gave you insights about your eToro portfolio, and here we are enabling users to create these sorts of apps that they can share with others. And today it's much easier because of AI and because of vibe coding, as Yoni was saying. And so we're very excited about this project. Actually, we started doing this beta version of this marketplace, and we went to some pro investors and we said, okay, here are some APIs that can access eToro data, and that you can also have access to if you ask your account managers for the API keys. And we said, okay, you have APIs to get information about portfolios, about stocks, about watch lists, anything that you can imagine about the eToro universe. So now go and build what you want. And here I show you 2 examples, but there are many more. One of them was a decision analysis tool. So on the right side, you can see a tool built by a pro investor that shows how your timing of closing trades was. Okay, so here on this example, this investor closed the Bitcoin trade with a good timing because it avoided a loss of $8. And on the bottom, there was some poor timing because the investor sold the stock and he missed a gain of $146. And this is another example, a sentiment analysis. So imagine going to any stock on the eToro platform and getting a glimpse of the eToro community pulse, also what's being said on the news, like newspapers, and also on social media, and summarizing this into a score that you see on the top, I think 75. This was also built by another pro investor, and we saw so many cool stuff being built by pro investors that we are very excited to, when we finally open this, probably in the beginning of 2026, to a wider audience, that you can build interesting tools and share it with other people. Last but not least, alpha portfolios. So the alpha portfolios are the third pillar of the AI features that I wanted to present to you today. They are AI-generated portfolios that our machine learning team has built, and the objective is to try and create alpha on the market returns. So alpha versus the benchmark that they track. These are really institutional-grade investment portfolios that you as retail investors can invest in. And the objective of this is always to reduce the risk while trying to keep or amplify the returns. Here you can see a backtest and also real data starting from 2023 of one of the alpha portfolios called Momentum Long Short, or LS. This is available on the app. You can go to the Discover. You can see all the alpha portfolios that you can invest in. This is one of the examples. And here you can see a benchmark versus the S&P, where the Momentum Long Short is beating the S&P. You have here on this next slide on the top right the same thing. I think in a slightly different time frame, but still beating the S&P. And the good thing about these portfolios is that they take the data set of retail investor behavior that we have at eToro, which is a very unique data set that we have, and it basically provides you a hedge fund style exposure, because it gives you a long and short allocation to stocks depending on the momentum of the large cap US equities. And this is really just the hedge fund style exposure that you would get investing in a hedge fund, but with the benefit that you don't have to pay the hedge fund fees. So it's really empowering the retail investor, again, to be able to invest in such products inside our platform. Do you want to add anything to this?
I think just to sort of now connect all of the dots together, is AI is basically bridging not only the information gap, but also the technical ability gap of being able to build the actual tools that trade in your account as good as the top institutional investors in the world. In this case, mimicking with Momentum LS some of the hedge fund strategies. But again, these tools now, we are building it, originally built it to ourselves. Now with vibe coding, we understand the capabilities also of our own pro investors and our own clients to be able to build those tools to themselves and then share them with other clients, and eventually bringing all of that new type of professional automated trading strategies, dashboards, and information directly into all of our customers or club users through Tori. So again, looking at a lot of advancements with AI, helping us, myself included, become a better, more sophisticated investors with the use of AI.
Thank you so much. I hope you are as excited about AI as I am. And now I give back the place to Sam.
Amazing. Thank you very much. The decision and sentiment analysis looks incredible, really interesting. So as I mentioned at the beginning of the webinar, we reviewed all the Q&As that were sent in. So we'll go through a few of those, and do remember that all of them will be answered anyway, whether that be by an account manager or someone else. So thank you all for sending those in. The first one we've got for you, Yoni. What do you see as the biggest opportunity for eToro in the next 5 years?
I think, well, first of all, we talked a lot about it.
Yeah.
But I think down with again, there's no doubt AI is running at an insane pace. I've never seen technology move that fast in my entire sort of 30 plus years in the tech world. You can just see how ChatGPT, Grok, Gemini are progressing from week to week. And what's quite amazing is we see that progress now basically directly happening in the eToro platform, because Tori on the backend is connected to those models. So whenever they get smarter, they get also more access to our information, and basically Tori becomes smarter. So I have no doubt that over the next couple of years, we are going to basically see a lot of the trading activity in eToro becomes smarter, which means every single trade potentially could be managed over time by agents that can understand why you opened the trade, how to manage the trade for you. And if you look at those two sort of very large things that are happening, one is AI, and the second one is digital assets, again, which sort of very early stages of tokenized stocks, but we're already seeing with new regulation now in Europe, coming soon to the US, new types of issuance and assets. And when you think of digital assets, which also include potentially smart contracts, that combination of AI that can have access into real digital assets to make decisions, to be able to understand and create new types of contracts, that combination means our customers are going to have access to a lot more financial products. And in parallel, it's not only about having access to all of those products, it's to be able to use actually AI to optimize how you basically find alpha and find double-digit returns across all of those assets.
Fascinating. And the second question, there's been quite a few about the eToro Money card, so I'll combine it into one question. I mean, that's all been rolled out and exciting times.
Sure. So eToro Money is a product. So as you think of the pillars, trading and investing has always been sort of our core business. And then we started launching eToro Money with a local currency account, the local IBAN, which now enables you to actually send and receive money directly from your IBAN, and now with a Visa debit card that started to roll first in the UK and now expanding into all of Europe, starting with a Diamond and Platinum Plus accounts. So this is in rollout right now in Europe, across Europe, and then next stage would be to bring in the local currency accounts in more countries or more local currencies, both in Europe, Australia, Singapore, and Abu Dhabi, and then continue to expand the rollout of the card, first starting with our premium customers and then rolling it out to the entire club.
Amazing. Now, this next question might be a one-word answer, but you can go into more detail if you want. Did you think way back when that eToro would get this big?
Yes, think or aspired, but I have no doubt that, again, this is a new beginning, a big milestone for eToro. I've always talked since I started eToro the fact that we want to reach assets in the billions. People called me crazy back then. I do aspire for eToro assets to grow to trillions. It might take 10 or 20 years to grow to trillions, but I believe, again, this is a part of the largest transformation of wealth in history. 120 or 40 trillion dollars are going to move from older generations, from things like life insurance and very old archaic technologies. And I believe our generation, people that want to use technology, that want to gain the benefits of AI and access to the global markets are again going to be the majority of where those trillions are going to move. And with it, I hope to see eToro on the path from the range of $4 to $5 billion to $100 billion.
Yes, well, hopefully I'll be doing a webinar talking about that as well with you. Right, we'll do two more questions. And there was one just about your view on AI, which is obviously positive, but do you think it's a bit of a bubble? Is it even an issue if it is? And do you think every company has to get on board with it now? Is it that important?
100%. I think it's super important for every company, especially tech-led companies, to sort of form their AI-first strategy. Every single sort of eTorian, right? People who operate in eToro can use AI to make us a better company, a faster company, a more efficient company, to deliver faster products, better content and marketing campaigns to our customers, and every company will deploy and use AI. So from that perspective, I think that the hype is justified. I think that when you think of these huge cloud computing, whether it's what we've seen now with Oracle, right, joining sort of the race of Microsoft, Amazon, and Google, suddenly a fourth player, OpenAI, that's going to join that race again, and X, right? So suddenly we moved from sort of 2 super or hyperscalers to 7, right? So suddenly, which is good, competition is good, a bit scary, by the way, as well. But I think that there's no doubt that all businesses. That AI, if I think Mark Anderson said software is going to eat the world, I think AI is now going to eat the world, and software. Just a small, whether some stocks are overvalued sometimes, and always, and always some stocks are overvalued. So definitely need to understand what you're investing in. But if you look at our AI Revolution Smart Portfolio, it's been doing very well. And then we manage those basically portfolio allocations for you. But it's something that you have to invest in, whether it's us in the company, whether it's you, one of our customers, in managing their investments or in their business, and therefore the hype is definitely there. Side note, there's now a book I'm reading, but sort of the risks of super intelligence is looming. I thought it was crazy 2-3 years ago when I heard Elon Musk and Larry Page arguing about the existential threats of AI. But I think we are seeing super intelligence coming. It's coming very fast when you have all of these companies competing on who achieves it first. It's a very exciting world of opportunities, but also some dangers and some scary concepts there as well.
Yeah, I guess the unknown. Right, thank you, everyone. Final question. With being in Munich, are you going to get into the spirit and get into Lederhosen later today?
Yes, I am. And actually, the team here is already dressed for the Oktoberfest. And again, always excited to meet our clients in diamond events. We had an amazing many diamond events this year in all of the regions. And I actually personally read all of your questions. We will provide answers. It's always very important for us to receive feedback from our top clients from across the globe, and we'll continue to work to make sure that you get the best possible service and more features from eToro, and always rolling out globally and gradually, and making sure that the $20 billion of assets with eToro are always, of course, safe. So with that, thank you very much, and I hope to see you in our next webinar.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, and I hope you'll have a great rest of your day and week. Take care.
Wait. Bye. I'm staying to read the questions.